Aquarius, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for October 31st through the 6th of November 2016. I'm Athen, and this channel is about using the actual size and location of the constellations known as Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below for more information. All right, so Aquarius, this week we are continuing with the new beginning. We had a new moon last Sunday, actually leading into this week. And so a fresh new start. And I think a great week for setting intentions, for just all in all, moving some things forward. And a lot of this has been involving your 8th house. This is a house of what really matters in life. The deeper connections, transformation, healing, shared resources, having a bit of healthy interdependency and learning about that. Jupiter in your 8th house is helping you over this next year plus to learn about interdependency and healthy depth, healthy openness and intimacy and deeper connections in life. And I think all in all this week, just really asking yourself what really matters and how can you connect to life most fundamentally on that deeper level, and maybe set some new things with that. Now, there's a lot of transformation with this because this new moon is going to be right on the cusp between your 8th and your 9th house. Okay, so this is the point of transformation in the chart, in the sense that after we do that inner transformation, after we do that acceptance and all this more spiritual stuff, then we liberate ourselves. We get into the freedom side of it, which is like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. So that's very much you this week, with the sun going into that 9th house of yours, Mercury going into that 9th house of yours, and the new moon happening very close to that. So this is about expanding your horizons. This is about tapping into your adventurous side. Okay, some of you might be continuing some things or focusing on some things that have to do with philosophy, higher learning. Some of you might be doing some traveling over these next few weeks. But all in all, I think most fundamentally, being aware of your belief systems and the importance of having open belief systems, because only what we see as possible can be possible. If we limit ourselves, then we close ourselves off to opportunities. So this is the kind of transit here with these planets going into your 9th house. And I think just all in all, tapping into your adventurous spirit and overall the life path is a great way of working with this. Now, this week we do have some easy aspects, actually primarily, if not all of them, easy aspects. Here about Monday and Tuesday, we do have the sun trining up to Neptune right after that new moon. So maybe a bit of flow and easygoingness about this deeper connection to life, maybe openness, right? Intimacy, these kinds of matters, shared resources, maybe some support with that. And this has been a Neptune in your 1st house, which has been showing you, so to speak, over the past many years, the importance of going with the flow. And I think this week you are seeing the support with that and willing to go with the flow these first few days. And again, this could be supporting a bit of that open-mindedness as well. All right, so that's a nice trine there at the beginning of the week. Midweek, we do have Mercury sextiling up to Pluto. So this one's a sort of opening or gateway, and I think with this one, again, expanding those horizons again with deeper connections. But this has been a Pluto in your 11th house, helping you strip away all the fears about your aspirations in life. Stripping away all of the past patterns, all of the fears, or anything that's holding you back from your future goals, future possibilities. And maybe even too, your sense of community and friends and groups, connecting on that deeper level as well. So maybe a good middle part of the week for that as well. 11th house really being activated, 9th house, and again the 8th. Now, Mars is in your 11th. I do want to mention, so there is a lot of motivation and drive if you are motivated towards community at the moment or spending time with friends. It's certainly available. Or again, your personal aspirations, hopes and wishes, there's good drive for that continuing this week. Now, as we get into the week's end, Venus does trine up to Uranus, so there is this sort of freedom energy going into the weekend. And this might have to do with the career productive life on some level. You've got your ruler up here in the 10th house, putting a very serious connotation on your career or your productive life this past year. And so still, of course, a great week to do that, to take the slow and steady, grounded approach. But I think you can be enjoying it this week, and especially by the week's end with Venus in the 10th house, maybe connecting to friends through your career, through your work. And a lot of this has been very liberating because you've been coming into these past 7 or 8 years, this freedom about your sense of self-worth, self-reliance. Maybe there's some financial things supporting you this later part of the week, but you're feeling like, a bit free here, right? Like you can cultivate your values, enjoy your values, and maybe some new things shaping up. And again, relationships, maybe around the home and family life, maybe to expand those horizons. And again, could be in the area of whatever is productive or career related. Now, there might be some wounds regarding this. Venus will be squaring up to Chiron. This is very natural, very normal. So just know if you do feel some wounds about the career, about the relationships, about, these things that we mentioned, it's very natural, very normal, and it's all part of the whole healing process, right? So as you explore those wounds, you accept those wounds, then this can be very rejuvenating, very healing. And again, I think a lot of it does have to do with that sense of self-worth, self-reliance, even if it's financial on that level. And then as we get into Sunday, Mercury trines Chiron, so there's certainly that refresh sort of energy about the weekend. And again, I think it's keeping you open-minded. I think it's helping you see possibilities and connect to things on that deeper level. All right, and that's really the theme of the week with the new moon, right on the cusp between your 8th and your 9th, that transformation, that freedom, and continuing to develop that. All right, Aquarius, so have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.